Hello, team. Once again, a very warm welcome to the special webinar. My name is Akash Malhotra, and I'll be your financial analyst for today's webinar. I'm very excited, in fact, for today's webinar. We had a lot of market moments for today. We had amazing trading opportunities altogether. So, the best thing happened in this entire month was yesterday's news. It was consumer price index. We'll be talking about that in especially in detailed manner. For today, we'll be learning about some trading strategies. We will be observing the market that effectively will. In detail, we'll be talking about the financial market, what the financial market has been in the complete week, and what are, will be the trading advantages for us, especially in the next week. We have earnings season lining up. We have a very good advantage in some of the currency pairs, especially on some of the assets which I have seen working amazingly well. I'll be talking everything in detail. So as of now, you will be seeing a little change in the interface. This is a compact version which we are trying to implement, and to see how the market reacts. So it would be fit to your screen that effectively, and you will be able to see my entire history. In the meantime, I'll be also talking about some of my trading experience which I had in the last week. We have excellent trading opportunities. So everyone, a very good evening to you from my end. Uh, I will be reading to your comments. I'll be replying to your comments. Please let me know how was your week. If if everything looks similar, can you see my screen? You can write everything, or even your questions are highly required and highly anticipated. My name is Akash Malhotra, dear team, and I'll be your financial analyst for today. It's an amazing to see you all once again in this special webinar. We have a lot of market moments, especially. We'll be talking about that. And for today, there is one of the, as you have seen in the title section, we will be talking about confrontation strategy. It's an amazing trading strategy. I was just testing this theory out in my trading account. And this trading strategy is very easy. And some of you client might be an expert status client, advanced status client, even though starter status client, it doesn't matter at all. I'll be teaching you how to work up with the strategy. We can apply this directly from the strategy section, or we can apply it manually. It based on the different set of indicators and oscillators. So hello to all. So we have our regular trader, Alexander. Hello, sir. Luis. Hello. Mr. Oken. Hello. Hi. How are you doing? I really wanted to know how was your this week, especially in terms of trading. We had a lot of opportunities, especially. Unfortunately, as of now, I'll be only showing you the platform screen. Indeed, I'll be teaching you what were the good market moments for us in order to make profit for the longer run. So let's start with market update, team. So finally, we have one of the best asset, which is Asia Composite Index, broken all its record, the previous record, and it's been raising amazingly. It's a very strong trend. Now the beauty of Asia Composite Index is usually follows a very strong trend. Even one or two candles, if you will see, there will be fallback candles, but the maximum momentum is into the bullish sentiment. That's the beauty of this asset. Here we can actually make a lot of profitability. If you are very keen on understanding about forex, it's an excellent asset to open up a trade in forex. There was couple of trades which I have taken, and I also have taken some fixed time trade on this asset. If you'll see $100 trade which is already live, I open it up with the highest set of leverages, because since it usually follows a very strong trend with itself, and that's why we took the trade in upward direction with the highest sentiments. That is leverage we have taken here is 500 multiplier. Even you will see, this is one of my biggest trade on Asia Composite Index, which I was very sure about. It has to follow an upward trend. As I told you, this usually follows a very strong upward trend, and I took the trade not for a minute. So the beauty lies when you analyze the market that effectively well. So what I did, I opened up the trade, went with 45 minutes duration expiration time, and here my trade it is. It's profitable, dear team. Not only on these assets, I ended up also making some sort of quick reversal happen in this price moment. So I did took trade another one. So again, let me tell you, this asset has a very good uptrend potential still, but yeah, you have to understand market that effectively and use a moderate set of leverages in case if you want to open up a trade on this one. Now, before moving forward, dear team, we as an investor or a trader, our objective is to maximize the potential that we have in the financial market. I'll be telling you what are the good entries that you can find out and maximize these for your potential profit. If you have any questions, I'll be reading your comments. Please make sure if you have any questions, anything at all, may it be, just type it in the chat window. I'll be reading your comments parallelly. So Vishalji said, sir, please take my name. Hi Vishalji, it's lovely to see you. Yeah, so we'll just begin our consultation right now. We are just talking about the financial market in detail as of now. Before moving forward, dear traders, I would like to inform you that trading in the financial market involves a high level of risk and may lead to partial or complete loss of invested funds. I also inform you that all actions which have been performed on my trading account are based on my experience, and repeating these actions, you act at your own discretion. When you are taking trade, you have to be very careful on which specific time duration you are taking and which trading strategy are you using at that very moment. For today, what we'll be doing, we'll be exploring one of the simplest trading strategy and we'll play with it. We'll try to open up some good trades and we'll try to maximize our potential of profitability. We have a lot of trade as an expert status client. You probably will have a lot of trading strategy. Even in case if you do not have that many trading strategy, we'll craft this trading strategy by our own. There's nothing to worry about. Let's move ahead. Now, after Asia Composite Index, have you seen, probably some of you might have seen what happened yesterday. You can write it in the chat. I would love to know what happened yesterday. Dear team, do you know what happens yesterday? Yesterday, one of the biggest data released, especially for USD. We named these data as inflation data, and this is consumer price index data. Yesterday, exactly around 6, consumer price index data was released, and all the CPI data were positive, which in turn was not a very good sign for Euro USD. USD rose tremendously to the highest level, and this is one of the reasons why you can see a biggest red candle. In fact, if I'll switch to 1 minute duration, you will see an impulsive red candle into the downward direction. Okay, so let's scroll it for yesterday and we'll be heading out exactly around 6. Can you see this? This is exactly 6 p.m. candle. Get it? This time may vary for you. It's according to the Indian Standard Time. If you are seeing it here, the candle is looking exactly at 6. There is a biggest impulse candle which has been formed. This is because of CPI. Consumer price index works effectively well if you try to analyze the market that effectively. I'll tell you how to work up with the CPI. Okay, let's just reduce this one. After Euro USD, not only Euro USD get impacted by this information, but you will see tremendous drop in the price of gold happen. Yesterday only it happened. Exactly around 6 when the CPI data was released. Whatever the price variation in USD is exactly inversely proportional to the variation in gold. So if you will see exactly around 6, the gold started forming downward direction trend. It did. Now let me tell you one trading idea here. What you can do, click in here, right? Close this option. I basically want all of you to go ahead on USD JPY right now. Select the graph duration for at least 30 minutes. Zoom out and you will see one variation in here. I'll select again 1 day graph in here. Zoom out. It is very close to 149.525. This is the existing level, which is very close to its all-time highest, which is 150. 150 level. This is all-time highest level. Now, if you watch it very closely, there is a very good chances in the upcoming time that USD has to, there's a very good probability that USD will fall. USD JPY especially, because there will be a decision will be taken on 28th of October by Japanese yen to interfere in the process, and they will be working up with the interest rate. If you don't know how to work up with the interest rate, I'll be talking about that as well. There's nothing to worry about. So our objective is to maximize our potential of profit on these ones. So what I did, I also took a trade on these assets, and I went with the smallest leverage you can select. So let's go ahead and demo account. I'll show you some demonstration in here. Okay. So hypothetically, can you see this, my existing trades? This is the trade which I have taken to demonstrate how the profitability can work, and these are two in the demo account. How much profit we made? We ended up making like around 72% profit using the highest set of leverages, because we know for sure there was a very good probability for USD to fall down. And it's falling, dear team. It's falling. Now, why did we open up a trade on this one? So even if you click on it here, selecting moderate set of multiplier, see the value of multiplier we selected, or the leverage we have selected, is 50 only. I hope you can see my screen. Okay, so can you see this? Just 50 leverage we have taken in here. And I was very sure that even the market rises, there will be absolutely very less certainty that my trade will close, because my stop loss value was higher than its all-time highest one. So there will be only one position for this asset to move down, which is into the bearish sentiments, that is into the downward direction. That too would be into the downward direction. So keep a very closer look on USD JPY. In upcoming time, there's a very good chances for USD to fall down. That's one trading opportunity from my end. Not only on this, can you see a recent variation in Brent? Okay, so what we are doing is just the market analogy, and we'll directly switch to the trading strategy. So if you watch it, Brent now, Brent's price is started increasing. This is because of what? This is because of the recent news, the last week impactful news. Yes, Israel and Palestinian war. Because of these, the market sentiments were highly bullish on this one, and there is a crazy increase in the price of asset just because of that fact. Now Brent has been keep on increasing, and there is a very likelihood of the chances for this asset to reach like around approximate value of $89 to $90 per barrel. So this could also bring you trading opportunity in the longer run. Keep a very closer look on these assets, especially on these assets, dear team. In the longer run, we can make a good amount of profit on this one. Now after this, have you seen prices of gold? It's been acting up very amazingly, and it's been increasing like anything. Once in a time it was very close to 1810, and now it reached to 1908. Whenever any natural calamity occurs, may it be like COVID or COVID situation, or Russia-Ukraine war, or the war which has been going on, one of the safest haven asset, we call this one as gold. A lot of people invest in gold because it's the safest asset to go ahead with. And that's why you will see, if you switch the graph to 1 day and zoom it out, you will see entirely it reached the highest value when there was conflict of interest during Russia-Ukraine war, or the COVID, when the all-time highest price was reached by gold. So these are the amazing opportunity. As a trader, we should know about this. So the market momentum are highly being volatile just because of these facts. Because the market volatility is highly being driven by the economic situations which happens in the financial market or the global market. We have posted something. I would love to know which device do you use specifically, guys. Is it like mobile devices that you use more oftenly on trading, or like you go ahead with desktop or PC, do you have it? Please let me know your votes. I would love to see your votes on this one. And yeah, I would love to know about that. After gold, so we seemingly have a lot of trading opportunities for this week, and yeah, there is another good importance news that I wanted to tell you. In starting from next week, most probably this week as well, we have earning report releases. Earning reports are being released once in every 3 months, and a lot of earning reports will be released by all the companies. You name it. Majorly, will be more focused on the companies who have large capital. We call it as Tesla, may it be Amazon, Microsoft, Google. These are all companies which carries a lot of potential in the financial market. And yeah, within a day, if you are able to take trades that effectively well, it would be very easy for you to make like around more than 100% profit. If the market volatility seems to be more than 5%, so you can make like around more than 100% profit just in a single day. Just in a single day. That's how easy it can be in the upcoming time, starting from the next week, to make profit in the financial market. That's all with the financial market news. Let's go ahead and with the strategy and try to open some live trades in here. In the meantime, please, I'm highly anticipating your comments. Please let me know if you have any doubt regarding anything at all. I would love to reply to your comments as well. So for today, as we decided, we'll go ahead with a very simple trading strategy. One of my favorite one, it's the confrontation strategy. If you watch my screen, can you see this capital A or technical analysis symbol, which is in the upper right hand corner of your screen? Click in here. You select strategy section. We scroll it down, and here in the advanced strategy section, you can see this confrontation strategy. We click on here. We press on enable option. The trading strategy will be applied automatically. Apart from this, if you have any confusion regarding this trading strategy, a YouTube tutorial is available. A link to the YouTube video is also there. We apply the trading strategy, and once you apply this trading strategy, then the set of indicators and oscillator will appear something like this. That means the trading strategy has already been applied. There is nothing that you need to change in, especially in this situation. This trading strategy has been successfully applied. All what you can see in here, it's parabolic. The strategy comprises of parabolic, bull's power for period 13 and bears for period 13. For some of the new traders who are does not have advanced status or expert status client, what I want you to do is, we will be applying this trading strategy. The parameters are parabolic for 0.02. We will have bull's power for period 13 and bear's power again for period 13 as well. Okay, now let's work up with the strategy, what this trading strategy usually means, and how we will be able to maximize our potential of profit on this one. Okay, so all what you can see it in here is number of dots. We call this as a parabolic SAR. The name of the strategy is confrontation strategy. All we can see is the dots formation. Either they are above candle or below candle. Now, if number of dots are above candle, that means it's a downtrend continuation. It's a trend representation. Parabolic SAR is a trend representation indicator. If the dot formation are above candle, that means it's a very strong downtrend. If the dot formation are below the candle, that means it's a very strong uptrend. That's the first representation that you can see it in here. Second confirmation you will see is from the bull's power oscillator. Let me zoom it in. Watch it very closely. Now here the representation is in the form of bars. What basically it does, it is comparing the existing high has been compared with EMA 13 from the last candle, and a bars are formed something like this. Now what does this bar represent? This bar represents bull strength, that is bullish strength. If the bars are above 0 and they are rising, that means the bullish sentiments are on the higher side. At the same time, if you'll see this red bar formation, we call this as bear's power oscillator. Again, it is also checking last 13 candles, but here it represents the strength of bears. If it is increasing into the upward direction, that means bear strength has been decreased dramatically, and there is a very good chance that the trend formation can be into the upward sentiments. That means the bullish sentiments. Okay, now let's take some live trades, right? Let's just analyze the market. Here, I would highly suggest you to go ahead with 1:2 or 3 formation. That means if you are watching the graph for a minute, your expiration time should be double or triple of it, or 2 to 3 candles. If you are watching the graph for 5 minutes duration, your expiration time again should be changed to 10 to 15 minutes duration. It also depends upon the strength of the candle. What you can see here is the dot formation below the candle, which is a confirmation that uptrend can follow. However, we also have a strength which is into the decrease, which is into the downward sentiment. See, the strength is decreasing this. That means this is not a very good candle to take a trade on, dear team. Observe it very carefully. In this trading strategy, we'll observe all the 3 confirmations. The dot formations are below the candle. That means the strength is in upward direction. However, the candle formation is red. It's not a good signal to take a trade on. We'll just skip the asset, choose another one in which we have a very good entry point. Again, we do not have any confirmation here yet so far. No signal in here. Asia Composite Index. Yeah. Okay, so bear sentiments is there, and okay, so let's go ahead and open up a trade in my live. I think I have selected my demo account. Let's reduce the volume to, we'll start with $10. 3 minutes duration, downward trend. In fact, it would have been better for us if we could have opened up the trend on the second or third dot. Although we are opening up the trade, but we have to be very careful that if it went to the lowest value, we have a double confirmation. So the dot confirmation was here. We had the confirmation on this candle. Can you see the candle below this? This bar was formed exactly after this candle. So if we could have taken a trade exactly at this moment, the trade there was more chances for the trade to could have been profitable one. But we'll be sticking on to this one. We'll try to switch between asset once again. Okay, so 1 confirmation, 2 confirmation. Okay, let's double the amount, take a trade in downward direction. So the dot formation is above the candle, right? All we can see is the bear's power is pointing us in downward direction, and the bull's power is actually decreasing, dear team. And that's why we took a trade into the downward direction. That's 1 minute expiration, 1 minute candle observation time, and 3 minutes expiration time. Now, I basically love taking trades on higher time duration. On higher time duration, usually the accuracy increases, because here a lot of variation in the smaller duration can be completely eliminated. Okay, so again, let's try to switch between assets once again. Dot formation uptrend, however, the candle formation is red, not a very good signal to take trade on. We'll skip this asset and switch to another one. And in the meantime, dear team, I would also be reading your comments. And the most important thing that I want to understand in this situation is your trading pattern. Be very careful while taking trades in your live account. First of all, you need to test every trading strategy that you are using, analyze it first, and see how the accuracy has been there. In whichever account, if you feel like comfortable, take trades in that. First of all, but you need to practice on this trading strategy. We selected the 5 minutes duration expiration time. The dot formation is pointing us in upward direction, that the strength should be in upward direction. However, bars are telling us a different story, and so as this would be a conflicting signal for us, we'll skip this asset, switch to another one. Our objective should be to find a signal, a good trading signal. and these trading signals can be very effective if you try to analyze them effectively. Okay, let's try to switch between assets once again. We did took couple of trades, right? We'll just wait for them. Let's confirm it once again. We'll just take couple of more trades and we'll see how the market is there right now. For gold. Okay, so one trade was negative and this is very close call. Okay, for commodity composite index, yeah, a trade a little earlier one could have been more beneficial, but still we'll look for it. 25 seconds are remaining for the trade to close. Let's switch it once again. If you'll see, in fact, what I did here, I took the trade with $10. In order to recover this $10, I took the trade with $20. So this is what we call it as a martingale approach. In martingale approach, we basically double the amount for trading. But the most important factor you need to understand this is, whenever you are following martingale approach, your starting volume or amount should be small, because even if in case of uncertainties, you will be able to recover your funds. So maximum number of trades that you will try would not be more than, I believe, 5% of your trading volume. The very first trade that you will take, 1 to 5% of your trading volume would be a good idea to open up a trade in FTT. I would also suggest you to, if you are willing to take trades with the very high volume, like just suppose like $100 or more than 100, 200, or like $5,000 trade or $4,000 trade if you want to take trades. In that situation, switching to Forex would be the best possible idea that you will ever have. In Forex, because you can close your trade anytime if you want to, but in FTT, okay, so we had a signal on this one, a very slim signal, but on the very first dot we had the confirmation. Okay, so let me just zoom it in once again. These bars were increasing into upward direction, and the bear's power was pointing also us in upward direction. That's why we took the trade in upward direction. We'll wait for the market to settle down. What you can see is the doji candle formation here, but just because of the fact that we have given 3 minutes duration, that means one or 2 minutes the SL cat settle down, but the maximum strength of the candle is into the bullish sentiments. No trading strategy, dear team, can be 100% accurate. Our objective is to get at least 60% accuracy on any specific trade of ours, because this will increase our probability of profitable trade. Using strategy, it can act in your favor. Okay, let's change between assets once again. And dear team, I'm reading your comments. Please let me know what do you think about this trading strategy. If you have any question, I would love to ask or answer your questions, dear team. Okay, and if you find any signal on any specific asset visible in here, I'll take trade in that specific direction. Make sure you give me an accurate signal. If you find a signal, we'll just take trade in that specific direction. If you have any question in your mind, feel free to ask me in the chat window. Let's look at the last trade we have taken. It's Asia Composite Index. Okay, 1 minute 14 seconds are remaining. Let's change the asset once again. And dear team, let me know how do you feel about this new interface that we are doing this live webinar in here. I would really appreciate your feedback on this. No signal in here. The dot formation above the candle. Yeah, for the new traders who have recently joined, dear team, let me tell you, the name of the trading strategy is, it's a confrontation trading strategy. This strategy works in FTT as well as in Forex. We had an opportunity in here. Okay, let's open up a trade in upward direction. The dot are also suggesting us an upward direction. We had bull's power, which is pointing in us in upward direction, and bear's power again, which is a reduction in here. That's why it is pointing us in upward direction. So 3 out of 3 signals took a trade in that specific direction. I hope you are enjoying today's webinar. We have a lot of trading signals for today. We'll try to work up with the strategy. Okay, let's try to switch between assets once again. Asia Composite Index, no signal in here. Also no signal in here. In fact, I would love to see my trade, which is working on Forex right now. It's profitable, it's amazing. As I told you, dear team, Asia Composite Index has a very good uptrend potential, and therefore I took a trade on this one, took the highest leverage possible from my end, and the trade is profitable right now. Let's switch to some more assets. No signal in here. We'll skip it, switch to gold. And how about in the last week, guys, when we were having a discussion regarding consumer price index, non-farm payroll especially, I did advise some of my clients that there is a very good probability for gold to rise, and in fact it rose incredibly well. It's 1903, which is the highest level considering what happened a couple of days earlier. Okay, let's try to switch between assets once again. Let me switch to 5 minutes duration. If you are unable to find signal on 1 minute duration or 2 minutes duration, you can select the higher duration on that DAT. Okay, I think what we can do here right now, let's just check 30 minutes duration candle. I thought there would be a probability of signal in here, but no signal whatsoever. What will go ahead, because like in 30 minutes duration and for 1 more hour, I see it still has a lot of upward strength. We just open up a trade for 20 minutes for Asia Composite Index in upward direction. Okay, so for gold, it seems to be profitable as of now. Okay, so there is a correction happening right now. Let's just go ahead and watch it for a minute. I believe the trade would be profitable. Yeah, it's profitable. So overall, back to the screen, what you can see here is the first trade we have taken. We recovered the amount by trading with the higher value. Then $20 trade was again non-profitable, and here we also use martingale approach, and that too in upward direction. So overall trade results for us specifically on these times are profitable one. We are still in the profitable state. We'll try to take few more trades in my trading account. Let's switch assets once again. Asia Composite Index works like it's a very good trade in fact. Commodity Composite Index, let's look at the candle for 5 minutes duration. And yeah, specifically for using this trading strategy, there is one advice from my end. If you will see, the dot formation are very close to each other. It's a sideways trade pattern. This trading strategy, you have to be very careful when you are taking a trade using this trading strategy. If it is a sideways trend, it's better not to take trades on that specific asset at that very moment. Sideways trend is something would be very difficult to make profit using this trading strategy. And how easily you will be able to identify it? Okay, so there is a very good opportunity. Okay, let's go ahead with 2 minutes. Let's reduce the volume to $5. We'll again start with the smaller amount. 3 minutes duration. Let's wait for the candle to be a little green. The candle is red right now, so this is not a very good point to open up a trade. Okay, so majority of you, I believe, are mobile users. Okay, there is one thing which I was about to tell you. I'll tell you later in this special webinars we'll be talking about that in more details. You see here there was a dicey signal. The dot formation was below the candle. The candle is actually red. This is a big no candle to take trades on. We should refrain from trading on asset like these during the time, dear team. Let's switch between assets once again, because here we are not finding that optimal signals. Second candles dot bars formation was below, and yeah, there was a confirmation from here. Not right now. Yeah, it's a very good signal. What do you think, Ting? Shall we take a trade on this one? Okay. So 3 minutes duration, upward direction trade. Majority of the time you probably have seen there are some sort of signals available, but when you switch to the very shorter duration of time, it would be a little riskier, and that's why opening up a trade with a little higher duration, it confirms the probability of profitable trade rather than the negative trade. Because the higher the time you select for trading, the more effective it will be for you in terms of making profit. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, feel free to ask me, dear team. I would love to answer all your questions. Let's look at our trades once again. Asia Composite Index seems to be working amazing. Mooch Index, okay. So 3 minutes duration trade we have taken, and it's a close call. Let's wait for a couple of more minutes. Let's switch it once again. No signal in here. GBP USD. Dear team, I'm reading your comments. Feel free to comment in the chat window. If you find a good signal, let me know. We'll be taking trade on that. I'm reading your entire comments, dear team. And how do you feel about today's webinar? This is a confrontation strategy, and this is a very new approach for us, since if majority of you use like streaming devices like mobile phones, so it can be very effective for you. Okay, so we had this comment. We have another comment where one of the client did ask which strategy you are using. Sir, the name of the strategy is confrontation strategy. This trading strategy is highly based on parabolic, bull's power and bear power oscillators. If you are an expert status client or advanced status client, you can click on this A symbol, technical analysis symbol. Go to strategies section. Scroll it down. On what you will observe here is the confrontation strategy. You click in here. You press an enable strategy option, and the strategy will be enabled automatically. There is nothing that you need to apply in here. In case if you are a starter status client, you will not have access to this trading strategy, but in fact you can apply this one manually. Okay, so if you want, I can just apply it manually for all those clients who do not know how to apply this trading strategy and do not have access to the trading strategy. Let me just remove this strategy. So the first thing that you will need to apply in here is indicators. Select parabolic for the default period of 0.02. Now you need to head towards oscillators, because bull's power and bear power are the oscillators. We scroll it down, and what you can see is bull's power and bear's power. We selected both of them, and it's a representation exactly of the strategy. And there is a special option for us to save this as a strategy option. You will see these 3 dots available. Save it as a strategy, and this trading strategy will be entirely saved into your trading account, and you can use it anytime if you want to. Let's look at the history of our trades, how they have been working. So Mooch index is again profitable for us. Nice. And yeah, Asia Composite Index is still on the profitable end. 12 minutes are remaining for this asset to close. We'll try to use couple of more trades. Okay, a little sideways approach is looking out here. This is what we need to be very skeptical about. Continuous dot formation, and it looks like a sideways trend, however it is pointing us in upward direction. Let me use a risk-free trade in here. We have some risk-free trades available. Why did we use risk-free trade? Because this is absolutely uncertain signals, because the sideways trend market is there. Even can you see this parabolic actually shifted into the downward direction rather than shifting into the upward direction. So that would be a little dicey signal, and rather than using actual amount, what we did, we used risk-free trade. In case even the trade is non-profitable, the same amount will be returned to our trading account. So there is nothing to worry about this. I hope you are enjoying today's strategy. Dot formation, okay. It's a sideways trend. Nope, it would be a little risky for us to take a trade on this one. Let's skip the asset, switch to another one. No signal in here. Mahajantar index. No signal in here. We actually lost the signal. Okay. Make sure when you are taking trades using this strategy, what you will observe is the difference, right? We should have a very good difference between them. They should be switching to one another, and then we'll be taking a trade. Okay, let's move ahead. Once again, a good opportunity. Okay, let's reduce the volume. Downtrend. This one is pointing in downward direction, and the bear sentiments are also pointing us in downward direction. So we took a trade on this one. Let's try to find some more trades. Mr. Thoran said, I'm using Olymp Trade and I'm very sorry for your loss, Mr. Thoran. I really want, we have a special set of advisors and financial analysts who can help you out to recover your funds. I'm very sorry for loss. So majority of the time we are emotionally driven when we are taking trades in our live account. Because if suppose if you lost couple of trades, so that your mind works in a very different situation. So what do you think? In that specific time, we basically go all in. This is not something we want. As a trader, you have to protect your funds against all the odds, because these funds will be able to help you to recover your amount. Because markets are sometimes very uncertain. So you have to be prepared yourself for that. If you are an advanced and expert status client, Mr. Thoran, and I suggest all of you, dear team, if you are an advanced and expert status client, make sure you join the special sessions which are being conducted every week for expert status client and once in a month for advanced status client. If you do not know anything about the status, you go out on the help section, right? You ask support your questions, whatever questions or doubts you have regarding statuses, you can get every information in here only. Our teams are working optimally to increase your trading experience. There are multiple ways, Mr. Thoran. Don't worry about that. There are multiple ways we will be able to recover our amount. We have loss compensation method where we will be it would be very easy for you to recover your funds, but you have to be very disciplined on that. A lot of clients of mine did recover a very good amount, but they were, you have to be very strict with yourself at times, because this is your business. In business, there might be profit or losses can occur, but you have to be very careful and you have to work effectively well during the time. Okay, be very careful while taking trades. You have to work effectively while taking your trades. Anyways, let's move ahead once again. Let's try to find some more signal. I hope you are enjoying this today's trading strategy. In the next week, we have a couple of more trading opportunities for us. And yeah, in the longer run, you will be able to maximize your potential profit on that. This is the session from mine. I'm absolutely enjoying these special webinars with you. Okay, so we have another opportunity in here. Shall we take a trade or not? A little earlier trade could have been better. We would have been able to catch the signal on the very first candle itself, because here it pointed us in upward direction and the strength has been amazingly well to the bullish sentiments. Again, you have to be little skeptical when there is a big candle formation, no? So usually the market is been driven by the major newses, and we can talk about that in detail. It's lovely to meet you once again, dear team, and I hope you enjoyed today's trading session with me, live trading sessions with me. I think we made considerable profit for today. So this is the trade which we started. We have $30 non-profitability, $40 non-profitability, and all of the trade seems to be profitable apart from that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades seems to be profitable, and I believe we made like more than $60-70 in this YouTube webinar. Okay, so it is lovely to meet you once again. Thank you very much for being with me in this today's webinar. I'll be seeing you in the next week with a lot of news events, and at the same time we have some profitable results for ourselves as well. It's lovely to see you, dear team. I'll be signing off and I'll be seeing you in the next week. Thank you very much for joining this webinar with me. Take care and have a great day ahead. Bye bye.